Greetings and welcome to the Dubbcast. How's everybody feeling out there this evening? Selah shouting out to you from the Adonai Studios. Big love and unity from the Dub. The Selah Dubbcast is brought to you by Carl Heavily Surf. Check them out at carlheavilysurf.com. Everything from 10-foot nose riders to pocket thrusters, all handmade by Carl Heavily himself in Emerald Isle. Also by ExpressVPN. Utilize the promo code Selah1 at ExpressVPN for 10% off the monthly extension. Get that online protection. Big love and unity from the Dub. This is the Dubbcast. Welcome to the show. This is the first half of the Dubbcast. We got the Acousticast in the second half. Stick around for that. Let's get to the show. Well, I'll tell you what. It was last year this time, or about a month before this, maybe, I guess, early March, late February last year. And it was like our last show that we did during the old days, the old times, the time before now, and everything is turned upside down and twisted around since then. And I was doing the booking today and getting ready, and I was looking back at the schedule, and I remember that last night we played in this little place called the Duck and Dive, and people kind of knew about the pandemic, but it hadn't really kicked in yet, and it wasn't really even totally going on in the news. It was like the first couple of days people knew about it. I remember we did this show that was packed wall to wall, and everybody was having a great time, and it was like the end of a whole era. It was like an end of a 30-year swing of playing these shows and living in a different world that was free and easy, and people kind of spoke their mind, and things were it was like a different world. And I remember that last night they were, talking about we should start social distancing a little bit and stuff. But I remember shaking somebody's hand, and the dude gave me a big hug. He's like, "Oh, I'm not going to be social distancing, and this thing isn't going to get us." And we went on and on about this, what is this pandemic and all that. But within 3 or 4 days of that last show, I remember March kicked in and they had the beach closed down, and there was nobody allowed on the beach, and it became a ghost town, and the nation changed completely, and we went to a whole new period just like that. It seemed like the world has turned around and changed, and I think the lockdown has created us to be cooped up, worried about our future. It's caused people to not feel like they have a purpose because they're not getting their work done like they wanted to get done, and people just been kind of in anxiety. Just what's next? It's caused a lot of craziness to go down with the George Floyd, and then we've had riots in the Pacific Northwest, and crazy stuff happened at the Capitol, and the division between red and blue. And I look at it all down the middle because I'm friends with everybody, and I see that the division has gotten really intense, and the world has really gotten divided, and I feel like we are now in a different time period, a different age, I guess. A different age has come upon us, and it's almost like our decision to which way we're going to go. Are we going to go Jaws' way and clean up our act and come together in unity and with more compassion towards each other? And are we going to build back our lives, create a better world for ourselves, and get back to normal? Or are we going to continue to fight and struggle and put ourselves on a different path? I feel like it's crucial for the whole world because the world kind of looks at us and where we're going to go with it. And we're very privileged to be where we're at in our lives. We have a lot at our fingertips. And sure, we have growing pains and we have division among classes and races, but we have to come together at one point and reclaim our economy, reclaim our livelihoods, and reclaim our lives. So hopefully in the next couple months, as we get this vaccine and everybody, we start getting back to work, we start building back a little bit and getting our lives back to normal, and both sides maybe can come together with some unity. I think we need to work together and get prepared because our economy is going to be suffering from the year off, and the world needs us more than anything because the world's teetering on the edge and we don't realize it because we live so high off the hog, and the rest of the world, it's not like that. They're all, starving and struggling, and just one step worse and they're really starving and struggling. So it's up to us to build back our lives in a better manner, unify in a better manner, and unify our nation so we can unify our planet. And that seems like a very hokey thing for me to one person to say, but I think we all need to repeat that to each other and grow with more understanding amongst each other. I don't know how we'll stop the division that's going on now because it really has gone into a crazy realm, but I feel like we have the powers that be that are taking charge. So, it's time for us to unify and be more understanding of our neighbors and build back our lives and start creating products, creating resources, and making a better world for us. As I look around and as I'm booking the band, I'm like, hey, I got to book it up solid. I got to get people back dancing. I got to get those bartenders making money, this waitresses making tips. I got to get people out there to open up their hearts and join together a little bit. So I'm going to do my part to make that music and do as many gigs as I can the next couple months across the coast and all through your area. So I thank you for all the support as we've been here online doing these things and doing the podcast and stuff. And it's been fun, but you know me, I'm a live player. So we'll be back to the live shows here in June. And that's that. So if you got something that you produce or you have a resource that you create, if you have something you need to reach out to, you need to do that because I feel like the division has gotten crazy and people have gotten cooped up in their little worlds. I've noticed some people have gotten offline. Some people have been thrown off their online because of who they are, what their point of view is, and it's just gotten crazy. So hopefully we can regenerate a better world soon. I'm praying for everybody, and wherever we go from here, be prepared. Get ready. Get yourself ready for the future. Hold on to the ones you love, and do what you can for your neighborhood. And I'll stop right there. I go on and on. But as I was booking the band, I thought about that last show we had, and it was the end of an era, for America, for the world. And when the pandemic hit, it has been a wake-up call for the world, a wake-up call for us. So let's pass this test and let's get through it the way God wants us to, because we've been given maybe a warning of the future when bad things could really happen much worse than this even, which this is bad, but wow, it could have been a lot worse, right? So let's join together, get your vaccine or listen to your doctor if you're not supposed to have one, and let's get back to normal. You know what I'm saying? Let's get on with the news and then we'll get on to the Acousticast and I will stop yickety yakking. But anyways, what do we got going here? I'll tell you what we got going. It's the Buddy. That's right. The Buddy is back, and we are super stoked about that. Check it out. The Buddy Peltier Surf Contest is back in action July 24th and 25th. So get your hotels booked. Get in touch with the people of the Buddy Peltier Cancer Foundation and get yourself on the roster. It's a fun surf contest for everybody. Anybody can be involved. Just come out for the weekend to Atlantic Beach. And then we'll be playing on Saturday night on the beach. And usually there's about 3,000 or 4,000 people that come out. and I'm going to bring the full band, and it's going to be a rocking, super fun concert, and we'll be surfing in the contest. So don't miss the Buddy. It is a special contest. All the proceeds go to the Buddy Peltier Cancer Foundation. Carl Heavily, our surf sponsor, will be there. Buddy Peltier was a surf professional from the Atlantic Beach area, and he was an international surf star and one of the greatest surfers in North Carolina. He ended up passing away from cancer. His family put together the Buddy Peltier Cancer Foundation, and they give help out to people who need help for cancer treatment, stuff like that. A friend of mine had skin cancer, and he needed some funds for that, and they helped him out. So they've been crucial in helping out many people out there. So come join in for the Buddy Peltier contest. It's always a good time. All the friends come out. Everybody surfs. And we play music on Saturday night on the beach, and everybody piles onto the pier. And it is a good time for everybody. So don't miss the Buddy. Fun times indeed. All right. Rebelution has a new album out. Our good friends in Rebelution. I tell you what, I played with Rebelution, I think in, I guess it was 99 or something. They were just kids. They literally were in high school. They came and played at Ziggy's, and we, I can't remember who, they might have opened up for us. But anyways, it was in that year we played with Slightly Stupid, and we played with Rebelution, I think then maybe 2001, or maybe it was a little bit later than that, but not much. And 2002. And fun times indeed. Great band. They got their new album, the 7th album, and this one's coming out on Easy Star Records. So it's super rootsy, and what a great record. That new song, In the Moment's on there. So it's already had a bunch of streams, and everybody's been checking it out. Rebelution is one of the most successful groups of the 21st century. Rebelution has announced the release of their anticipated 7th studio album, In the Moment. It's out in June, but the new single, In the Moment, is out right now. Their 87 music label is joined up with Easy Star Records, and they got the new single, Old School Feeling, is out right now too. So check it out. Rebelution's new album's out there, the 7th album. A lot of people love the music and love the intoxicating hooks. But I tell you one thing about it, it's got the vocals that the kids love. So that's the one thing the younger kids love. Rebelution, we got the cool vocals, cool kids, the cool trippy kids music. So check out Rebelution's 7th album. It is off the hook. All right, Ska Boom, American Ska Reggae History is out. It's an exclusive writing from it was written by David Geffen, and it's about all the ska bands, the first ska bands and the first ska wave. Mark Westerman's band, Ska Boom, and they had a whole wave of ska that came through in the times of when Madness was playing in England, and the English beat and the Specials, and that wave came over here to the United States. And so they got a new video out for the new ska, I guess, oral history. So check it out, Ska Boom. That's really cool because it's kind of like about our history. We had a band called Sloppy Joe back in those days that played crazy ska. We were kind of like, I would say our band sounded a lot like No Doubt did back then. We had a huge band with all kinds of instruments, and fun times indeed. So check that out. The new documentary, Ska Boom, with Mark Wasserman. And also, Joe Mersa, Marley is growing up. Look at him. He's a full-grown man. He's got his new album out, Yo Dog, which has got some super rhythms on it, and busts out some definitely some hot lyrics on there, as well as some sweet verses. So check out Yo Dog. It's been produced by Jazzwad, and it's got some dance on there. It's got some super roots, and it just goes in the tradition of the Marleys. Joe Mersa is Stephen Marley's son and grew up under the wings of the Marley brothers. He went on tour with Ziggy back in the day, Ziggy and the Melody Makers, and of course the Ghetto Youth Crew was Stephen Marley and Damien. And so he was on tour as a little kid back when they'd be on stage. I remember seeing him. He'd come out for like one song. So Joe Mersa has grown up and he is on the road himself. Don't miss his brand new album, Joe Mersa Marley. All right, that's it for Dubbcast. First half of the Dubbcast. Stick around for the second half in just a minute. We'll be playing some music. Got some old stuff tonight. I'm pulling out some of the older music, and we are going live with all the loops and samples. Dubbcast number 2 is in full action. I want to thank you for tuning into the Dubbcast and tuning in last week with Pato Banton. That was awesome. Don't miss the Dubbcast number 30 with Pato Banton, and hope everybody's having a good night tonight. We will be back with Dubbcast number 2 in just a minute. Stick around, everybody. Big love and unity from the Dub. Big thanks for tuning into the Dubbcast. Please like and subscribe. Throw us a comment and ring the bell. Check us out on Odyssey. If you've been banned on YouTube and you've been banned on Facebook, come out to Odyssey. It is free and easy. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors, Carl Headley. He will be at the Buddy Peltier contest. Don't miss that. And check out our new schedule on SelahDub.com. We have the full summer schedule coming out this week. Big love and unity from the Dub. The Acousticast is next. Stick around.